Welcome to my screencast, Education in the Digital Age and Social Media by Alice Mayer. In 21st century education, we're increasingly surrounded by technology and social media. As Wegerup said, the internet has changed everything. With 46% of 11-year-olds using Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook and WhatsApp, how does social media really affect the youth of today in education? My discussion will be framed by New Literacy Studies, which is explained by G as creating from the grammatical resources of a language like English, specific social sublanguages through technology. The way the youth of today use certain social discourses can have negative outcomes for changing the nature of education and society, especially using social media. The New Literacy Studies movement denies that literacy is general, due to the rise of social languages presented in education. New literacy shows that we use text differently depending on the community, circumstance, peers, and environment. Social media is formed by a range of spaces and global domains where a huge amount of opinions and views can be formed or distorted. And although new literacies are a diverse, fluid, and wider opportunity to look at a range of digital literacies which are shaped by society, text, and materials, new literacies are not enough as a complete replacement for establishments. If this was the case, this ideological model of literacy would be likely to be somewhat dictated by social media, which is unhealthy for children due to exposure of unattainable lifestyles. For example, Prinsloo found that culturally, the use of social media and technology as a dominant literacy would be faulty, in that some children do not have the cultural background or linguistic resources to engage with this extent of media. Therefore, the autonomous model of literacy will be more beneficial for education due to the more common use of personal discourse in educational domains. However, from a cultural perspective, ethnographic studies have found that, especially in the UK, the adoption of technology is almost completely required for education. This naturally leads children to use technology and, in turn, social media. The necessity for the use of social media by young people across socio-cultural circumstances is therefore subjective. We are all culturally conditioned and affected by society. This affects our individuality and identity, how we present ourselves to others to shape a new perception of ourselves, which is viewed by others through perpetual evaluation. We do this by exaggerating the quality of our lives or identity through social media, which can often create a false image. Goffman suggests that through social media we are actors trying to control our public image, suggesting that social media and performance could change our identity. However, controlling our public image and acting may not be a bad thing. Visual semiotic resources are becoming increasingly essential for self-representation, suggesting that identity through social media can in fact be important for future generations, and digital literacies are crucial for socio-cultural identity. Affordances of digital technology used on the social side of school life can shape our communication. However, through social networking, this could be a negative action. Social media has the potential to raise negative well-being and mental health problems in young people, especially through the extreme rise of social influencers who display desired and unrealistic body images and the false sense of accentuated lifestyle that young people deliver.